Halo Infinite's first look at campaign is confirmed to be on July 23rd, just mere days away, and there are quite a few things to look forward to. Based on lots of research, previous accurate theories, and earlier trailers and promotional material, here are 10 things that I figured out that we can expect in the grand reveal on July 23rd, and honestly, you should probably get pretty hyped with what I'm about to say here, guys. By the way, if you enjoy these videos, go ahead and smash that like button blue, as every like is like a little boost up the YouTube algorithm and gets this video out to other Halo fans. Thanks so much. Let's jump into it. This video is supported by Audible. Snag yourself a free Halo audiobook right down in the description below. The following things here aren't a wish list or theories as much as they are as well-informed predictions grounded in previous information and facts and teases. You may or may not suspect a few of these things as well, but honestly, I guarantee at least half of these things will occur and will come to fruition, so get hyped. At number 10, a multiplayer tease or announcement of a beta. Now, I put this one at number 10 because it's the least likely to happen because 343 hasn't said anything about a multiplayer reveal and probably is focusing a bit more on the campaign and the first look of that. But we do know that 343 is once again taking the esports route seriously as they did with Halo 5 because they partnered with Esports Engine and announced that there would be a full roadmap for Halo Infinite, meaning that abilities for Halo 5 like thruster, clamber, and sprint by default with every multiplayer match will probably be a thing once again, for better or worse. But besides that, there has been next to almost no multiplayer news besides 343's working with an in-house esports team to help shape the multiplayer experience on Halo Infinite to be more competitive and whatnot. A little teaser at the end of the campaign first look may happen, although at this point some people are speculating that there will not be a multiplayer tease and that will come later. But I do suspect on how the multiplayer tease will occur, and it's probably not going to be how you expect, but let's go ahead and go to our next number. We'll talk about this later. At number 9, for a thing you can expect at this July 23rd event at the Xbox Game Showcase is the beginning of an ARG, or aka an alternate reality game. This is sort of like I Love Bees or Hunt the Truth or the light marketing they did for Awaken the Ancient Evil for Halo 4, and although this isn't confirmed, it absolutely makes sense because Bungie and 343 have both done it a lot in the past, and of course Halo Infinite's marketing is about to kick off here with a massive grand reveal, so it just makes sense. Plus 343 does plant Easter eggs throughout all of their trailers, marketing, and even promotional material. For example, Chief's HUD, when spliced together, actually formed a QR code that linked to Cortana talking that basically alluded to her encountering a new Cortana model and or duplicate in Halo Infinite. Or the 2018 trailer that had the mysterious text, at least translated by Halo fans as enemy within, that may be pointing to a rich and intriguing history of ancient humanity and their run-in with foreigners on the Flood experiments and so on. So we're getting at least some Easter eggs in these trailers and mysteries to crack and work together to find out more information about the game than what is on the surface of the reveal of the videos or video. At number 8, this one is something that I've talked about quite recently, quite a lot, and if it turns out to be true, then, well, I'm gonna need a new pair of pants on the announcement day, because it's really big. Every year at E3, loads of games are made exclusively playable on the E3 show floor, where E3 attendees, only in Los Angeles, there in real life, are able to actually play these early builds of AAA games. And since this year that event was canceled back in June, Microsoft has announced that the Xbox Games Fest will essentially be this, but on a grander scale, giving us, me and you, the ability to play 60 to 100 different work-in-progress games, some third-party games, maybe some first-party games, although that isn't confirmed. We're really not sure, but we do know that we're going to play early builds of games on our Xbox Ones starting around that week, July 21st to July 27th, I believe. And it's possible that Halo Infinite could be one of these games. Or, at the very least, I think this event will announce a beta, and it's possible that one of those mini games could be Halo Infinite and be giving us a small section of the campaign to play at home, or more likely, a small part of the multiplayer beta that will be playable to everyone instantly at the time of announcement. That would be quite a shocking thing. This one I would probably have to rank as the least likely thing to happen, but if it does, it would be absolutely shocking, and it's something we should look out for, honestly. Next up for number 7 on this list And this one you should get excited for because it is undoubtedly going to happen. Get ready. We are going to get a massive spill of art, concept art, interviews, insider information, little details like in quotes and screenshots of the trailer in high res, but also in new angles and perhaps even some behind the scenes stuff like vidocs or making of the trailer. Things like that will basically be pouring out on the side here. And that's what HaloFollower is kind of meant for, is to pick up all these details spread all over the internet and, exclusive interviews on GameSpot and IGN and things like that. Those are things that we are going to put on this channel and going to talk about here, but I sense that 343 will do what they did with the E3 2018 reveal and have a live stream sometime after the trailer, maybe a week or two after, that will be kind of like a follow-up of the information in a more intense way that will be kind of breaking down how they made the trailer or what they plan to do with the game and kind of break things down. I'd also expect some soft announcements during the event. For example, a mention of the Halo TV show or its progress, or teasing the next big reveal maybe in August or September, like the next quote-unquote E3 follow-up event or whatever, and maybe even a little tease at multiplayer. What I imagine will happen with multiplayer, as I said we were going to talk about it later, well now we're talking about it, the multiplayer tease is probably going to come in a verbal form where they announce at another date that this date, let's say August 15th, will be time that they talk about and, reveal multiplayer. And this might be to just kind of focus in on the campaign and not kind of split attention from the campaign on the July 23rd event. At number 6, we have a proper freaking trailer. So let me explain. In E3 2018, that initial announcement of the game was kind of geared to get people ramped up and excited. It was a very light announcement. We just saw Halo Ring. That was it. Then in E3 2019, we got a little bit more clarity as to what was happening, kind of a stepping back of everything, even kind of seeing the ring from a distance in a way. And now I believe at this event, we are going to get a proper reveal trailer, things that show off the characters, location, the theme of the story, and by golly, what the plot is even about. If you think about Halo 5, we really understood the plot immediately at that E3 event in 2015, right before the release, because we knew that Agent Locke was tasked with hunting down the rogue Master Chief. That gives us a really clear understanding as to what the goal and objective and overall plot is. We understand the conflict and the goal. What is the conflict or the goal in Halo Infinite? We still don't know, and that is about to change, and I would bet money on it. And with that, we're going to get some sense of what this game is going to feel like. Halo 4 and 5 were gloomy, and Halo Infinite is already confirmed to be more hopeful and mysterious than, Halo 4 and 5, and more like Halo 1 and Halo 3. And like at the height of Halo 5's marketing, a well-paced, epic, actiony, and clear but story tease throughout the dialogue and iconic music that kind of formed this really epic kind of summary of what the game was about and tease. Essentially, the trailer is going to be a really cool, probably action-paced summary and tease of what this story is about and what we are buying into. At number 5, and I have a fun one here, all right? This is Theory Ammo, all right? You guys know me. I love digging deep, encouraging you guys to do the same and throwing on your tinfoil hats and getting really, speculative on the trailers and what things might mean. And the reason why this one is really important and why I put it at number 5 is because no matter how much information they give us, there is always going to be a secondary meaning or some kind of clue as to what there is going to be in the final game. I mean, there's questions to ask. That's the whole point of trailers. They are supposed to hook you in and make you go see the movie or go and buy the game and to explore the story yourself. So there's going to be questions, and baby, I got some answers or some crazy theories and possible answers for you guys in the future. So at number 4, and this is probably the thing that most of you guys are looking forward to, it is our campaign first look as well as campaign gameplay. This is confirmed, unlike a few of these other things. This is absolutely in stone. Xbox confirmed this on July 16th and said that basically, yeah, we're gonna get gameplay. Now, this is kind of obvious for a video like this if you already knew this information, but let's break it down a little bit. The fact that we're getting gameplay is that we're going to see a bunch of other things a part of gameplay. So think weapon reveals, including bizarre weapons that have been teased in Mega Block's product line, and also vehicle or vehicles reveal, including ground, air, or even water vehicles. and also just like the gameplay dynamics. But also think about the Banished and enemies. Pretty much every single Halo game has shown new enemies at their reveal, and that is something to look forward to. But also think about that assault rifle. That is something I think we can easily expect in the gameplay, because that's sort of like a trademark weapon for Halo. It's really easy to identify, and Master Chief always has his AR on his side. So I would expect to see that, and think about its bullets, the ammo counter, how that's going to look with the new HUD, and all the beautiful things that come with campaign gameplay. At number 3, expect to see a new location or multiple locations. This is undoubtedly going to be the case, either if it's only a cutscene that we see, or a full-on trailer, or gameplay, or all of the above. A new location or multiple different locations could tell us a lot about the story. It could tell us a lot about the world building, what is going on in the Halo universe at this time, and how the gameplay is going to, work with the world and overall the art style of the game. Something I'm looking forward to is to see how 343 has dealt with different environments, especially on Zeta Halo, and why there was so much emphasis on wildlife in that initial trailer in 2018. We saw deer, we saw wildlife, we saw birds, we saw flying sentinels, we saw space rhinos, a lot of different animals, and I wonder how this is all going to work in, gameplay. And also, I should have mentioned earlier, but open world. I've been talking about that a lot, so I just kind of left it out, but open world is a big thing, and to see the location and how big and the scope of the worlds are going to be in the game, I think is something to probably expect along with gameplay. Can we go around that corner? Can we go all the way across the map? Will they say that in the commentary above the footage, if there is one, or will we drive there in the video? A lot of things to look forward to as far as the environments go, I think. Next up is a Banished Reveal, a proper introduction into the mainline Halo game. This one will be interesting for sure. We already got a Banished teaser a couple weeks ago, and lots of Mega Bloks Banished toys like weapons and vehicles and even armor inspired by their appearance, quote, in Halo Infinite. So with this roadmap confirmed and a part of the, overall marketing for Halo Infinite, I think it's setting the stage for a strong Banished presence in the gameplay and a proper introduction for the masses, for the millions of people, especially the people that stopped playing Halo after Halo 4 released or Halo 5. There's just a lot of people that aren't properly caught up in the Halo series, but this one might be turning a stone. It might be really turning the tables. And Halo Infinite, since it's been in development for so long, if they did this game right, then it should be the return of the king of gaming, which obviously is Halo, right? So I think a proper Banished reveal is extremely important, and in fact, I think the trailer might be all about them, but maybe just a little bit about them. In Halo 4's first gameplay reveal, it focused on the new enemies, which were the Prometheans. Halo 5 also partly focused on them, but also the remnants of the Covenant, which were very big parts of its gameplay. And for Halo Infinite, since the Banished are making a return in the game, it would seem that the Banished are going to get a proper encounter in the gameplay and will sort of introduce us in that, perhaps even in the dialogue over the gameplay itself. At number 1, I feel really strongly about this one, is that we will see a very familiar face. So think about this, in E3 2018 and E3 2019, both big trailers for Halo Infinite end with a Cortana tease. And both of them ended with Master Chief having some kind of contact with a chip, and I suspect something revolving this theme of Cortana and getting her back or reviving her or encountering her at the very least will occur in this trailer. If it's maybe in the beginning, middle, or the end part of the video, or maybe another teaser like the others, I think it's certainly going to happen to some degree. A part of what makes this betrayal so intriguing is the mystery of what she's up to now, especially, in Halo Infinite, since it's been 3 years after Halo 5. Where has she gone? Is she still alive, by the way? Has she gone fully rampant? And just what is going on with Cortana? And it's just as interesting as everything else. What has been happening with the Galaxy, the Guardians, and the Banished? What are they all up to? And I don't think Cortana has seen Chief in years at this point. And last time we saw Cortana, she had taken control of the domain and the Guardians and sent the Guardians to really key locations like Earth and Synchilios and so on and EMP'd them. Well, are they still there? Are these electronic devices, are these colonies still still shut down? Are they still offline? And how is Cortana policing people? Because I imagine she is using Prometheans to walk the streets and ensure people are doing their, best and not creating I don't know whatever her vision of a piece is, and not going against that. To see the extent of Cortana's quote unquote martial law is certainly going to be something that is really cool as far as like a world building thing goes, and how civilians are dealing with it, how the pilot's been dealing with it maybe, and the more human side of this troubling overlord of the galaxy is really, really cool stuff. Guys and gals, be sure to snag yourself that free Halo audiobook, link down in the description. Go to audibletrial.com/HaloFollower and get yourself a free Halo audiobook. I recommend getting Halo Evolutions, as that has a bunch of mind-blowing anthology stories in it and is totally worth a listen to. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you want more videos like this and countdowns, I haven't done one in a while, be sure to smash that like button, and really helps me know if I should keep making this kind of content. Thank you so much. I'm really excited. I hope you guys join me on the journey on July 23rd and beyond. I'd love to have you, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, take care.